Welcome to day 28 and the final day of Black Heroes Month. Now, you know I could not have ended this month without talking about Micah Johnson. And that's ironic because I'm on his picture right now, which is in Google Images, and I had to click it to blow it up so it wouldn't look so tiny. And it came from the article that is attached to this picture came from Reddit, where it said alt-left terrorist. They call him alt-left terrorist. See, when it comes to people like that, they think all black people are Democrats or a part of the quote-unquote left. They kill me with that. But anyway, it's not about them. It's about Micah Johnson. So a couple weeks before Gavin Long did what he did in Texas, I believe it was Dallas, Texas, there was a protest that was going on. And all of a sudden, this rapid gunfire just ensued, like just happened out of nowhere. And they didn't know what direction this gunfire was coming from. Now, like Gavin Long, Micah Johnson too had a military background, so he was very efficient with gunfire and different artillery weapons. But this guy moved like he was the damn Flash, to the point where people thought that he wasn't by himself. So people were shocked to find out that he was alone doing this. But he did what he did, and like Gavin Long, he had to denounce and say he's not a part of Black Lives Matter. He did this because he got tired of what was happening to his people. And I believe this was a couple weeks after what happened to Alton Sterling. So he, many black people are just fed up with the bullshit. They know marching is not going to do anything. They know yelling and protest is not going to do anything. So it's like they have to do the next best thing. And this is what came natural to him. And rapid gunfire ensued. I believe 5 police officers were killed. One of them, we found out, was a part of had ties to hate groups based on the different pages that he liked on Facebook, which were white supremacist pages. And then they still tried to cover up for that guy, even though he most likely was a white extremist. And what was so interesting is that you had another black guy who was not connected to Micah Johnson in any way, who was walking into protest. And mind you, Texas is an open carry state, and this guy had a big artillery military style weapon. They confiscated his gun, arrested him and his brother, then later released both of them and gave them their gun back, and really didn't even give them a formal apology. They was like, oh, we got the wrong guy. That's why I say you don't take their apologies for shit, because their apologies don't mean a goddamn thing. They're not genuine. But they eventually did have Micah Johnson surrounded, and they sent in this robotic bomb that we've never seen or heard of before, and pretty much blew him up. They wanted to make sure that he was dead. And of course, when they went in, they did see and discover that he was gone. And then they went to his house, and they found all this other stuff. Like, this guy was really about to go on a serious rampage, even more than what he did that day. Like, I think they said he had explosives and everything. I think they had to make sure that his house wasn't set to explode when they opened up the door. But I think they said that they did find explosives in his home. Like, so he was prepared to really go to war, like on some savage shit. But he did what he did, and that was enough damage, I guess, for society at large. And it's amazing because that event right there also exposed the hypocrisy of white society, that who they choose to care about more. It's like, well, of course they're going to care about themselves more and their pets when they not fucking them. But he sent a statement, and then it's kind of crazy, like I said, because Gavin Long happened like 2 weeks later, and that's when a lot of black people was wondering, is that tide coming? Is that shift actually about to happen? And I don't think there has been anything like that since Gavin Long, and that was like 2 years ago. So who knows what the future actually holds. But a lot of people in the black community hail Micah Johnson as a hero. And I don't see why a lot of white people are mad, because they be the same ones hailing Charles Manson, who's now dead, as a hero. Or they see him as some kind of ideological figure, which I don't know how they do that. But that's what they're into. But this concludes day 28 and it concludes Black Heroes Month as a whole. This was Micah Johnson. I'm so glad that y'all enjoyed this month. The feedback that I got from this was amazing. I'm glad I was able to do something like this. again, because people was asking, can you do another White History Month? I said, I really didn't want to do another White History Month. I mean, I could, but I didn't really want to. I wanted to do something different this time, and I felt that this was appropriate. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know what I'll do in the future as far as a series of videos like this, but like I said, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I will definitely talk to y'all in the next video.